Yo, what's going on, guys? And today we're doing my Chicago Bulls season preview and prediction. So before we start today's video, I want to hear down below in the comment section, what do you guys expect from the Chicago Bulls this season? What's their record going to be? I think they're a better team than last year, even without Lonzo Ball. This team's at least going to win 41 games. I think they're a 45 win game team. They're they can be the 6th seed at best, 6th or 5th seed at best. If like this point guard rotation, if they utilize Caruso and Kobe White, Ayo Dosunmu, and Javon Carter, similarly how Billy Donovan used Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chris Paul, and Dennis Schroeder that 1 year in OKC. I think this can be a really, really good team. But let's just run down the lineup, what they did, who's here, who's new, who you should be paying attention to. So they brought Javon Carter on that 3-year, $20 million deal. Torrey Craig's on the 2-year, 5.3. Julian Phillips, it was drafted on Adama Sanogo on the 2-way. On your out beats him on the 2-way as well, from who's going to be the Turkish Pat Connaughton. Then you got the disabled player exception, and just for Lonzo Ball, which allowed you to right now the roster is Ayo Dosunmu, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Pat Will, and Nikola Vucevic, which probably going to be starting lineup with Javon Carter, Kobe White, Alex Caruso, Torrey Craig, and Andre Drummond being the backup, and that's your 10-man rotation with Dalen Terry, Julian Phillips, and Terry Taylor probably being your 13-man rotation. And I expect, I really want Henry Drill and Max Heidegger to make the team. And then Quentin Jackson probably won't. And then they got their 3 2-ways and Justin Lewis on your out, beats him, and Adama Sanogo. So I really like this team, and I think there's a lot of potential for them to be better than what people are, acting as they're going to be. But I want to hear your guys' opinions down below in the comment section. What do you guys think from this team? And while you're there, hit that subscribe button if you want to support NBA independent journalism. We're on the way to 20,000 subscribers, so your support would mean the world.
My friends are all Chicago Bulls fans, so I feel I have a place in my heart for Bulls fans. I understand what you're going through, and you guys are in a situation similar to where my Wizards and Magic were. So Orlando, you're literally in Orlando's shoes now. Orlando a few years ago, we were just stuck with Vooch and Evan Fournier and Aaron Gordon. Nothing wrong or against those group of guys, fantastic basketball players, really enjoyable guys. And this is why the Bulls need to be a team that can make the playoffs without Lonzo Ball this year and at least make it to the second round so that this core is real. If they're a first round exit, blow it up. But this team right here, when you looked at it, we all Ayo Dosunmu, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Pat Will, Nikola Vucevic, Javon Carter, Kobe White, Caruso, Torrey Craig, Andre Drummond, Dalen Terry, are all guys that teams would trade for in a heartbeat. Don't even know ifs, ands, or buts are happening right there. But what really is being questioned is what's the ceiling on this team? Because it's not there, and it's like I said, you're in the same place with where the Magic were a few years ago, where after 2-3 years, we knew we hit a ceiling with Steve Clifford, Vooch, Evan Fournier, and Aaron Gordon. We're this is not going to be better than a first-round exit team, maybe a second-round exit team, maybe, okay? And if anything, we're a good regular season team, but this was nothing. Same thing happened with the Wizards. Building from the middle, it does not work. And this is a team that they went out, got Javon Carter, and they really brought it back. They brought back Ayo Dosunmu and Kobe White. They basically were we're going to keep all these guards, and we're going to run a guard by committee. They also have Julian Phillips that they drafted, and Adama Sanogo, who they brought on a 2-way, also on your out, beat him on a 2-way, who's going to be like Pat Connaughton, but the Turkish version. And they got a $10.23 million disabled player exception for Lonzo Ball. They lost Derrick Jones Jr., who went to Dallas, and they traded 2 second-round picks to DC. And they brought Vooch back on that $60 million deal. But like I said, these Bulls are just stuck, okay? They brought back Vooch and Dosunmu, and this team isn't good enough to contend. And if they're able to do a Zach LaVine deal or a DeMar DeRozan deal for somebody, it's not going to be anything. But Lonzo Ball's knee might be unfixable. So adding Javon Carter on the low-risk deal is a great deal. You need Pat Will to break through because he's looked like the same guy since college. So I understand that this is all frustrating if you're a Bulls fan, because it definitely is. This is not something that Bulls fans deserve or should be going through, as their franchise has just been absolutely sucked. Okay, it hasn't been fun. It hasn't been good. I at least think that there is a higher ceiling. There is more room to grow. I mean, at this point, I would be trying to trade Zach LaVine for Drew Holiday. Let's be honest, or DeMar DeRozan. I personally think DeMar is more of a winning player than Zach LaVine. I think at this point, Zach LaVine is the worst valued contract in the NBA. Is that a hot take? That might be a hot take, guys. I have no idea. But this is a franchise that, for years at this point, has been just stuck doing the same thing. Okay, the rule of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. This happens all the time in professional sports. Whereas, I think as fans of franchises, we move on a bit quicker than our said franchises, but I don't know if that's always the case, because it does feel like at times that fans are willing to hang out to guys way longer than, you and I would be. I mean, not you and I, than execs would be. It's all a matter of opinion. So for me, when I look at this situation, I'm definitely curious to hear your guys' opinions. Like I said, I've already said my predictions. I think the Chicago Bulls, they're going to be 40-win team, 500 easily, but will that matter? Will they be able to escape the play-in? Maybe they're the 6th seed. I see them probably being closer to a play-in team. And it's no offense to them. It's just because of the cards that they've been dealt. And that, look, this team with Lonzo Ball were the best team in the NBA. You guys remember that? It was beautiful. It was really pretty. And at this point, that's not looking like it's happening anytime soon again. I'm sorry, but I don't have faith. I mean, if you guys have faith, kudos, man. Kudos to you guys for staying loyal, staying strong, and believing that Lonzo and this team can. I mean, if anything, I think bringing in Javon Carter, keeping Caruso, keeping Kobe White, keeping I would assume Javon Carter, Kobe White, and Caruso. And I've talked about this in other videos that I think they're going to run this lineup where it's similar to the Schroeder, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Chris Paul trio that they ran back in OKC with Mr. Billy Donovan. I think is definitely something we could see, and that could have success with this lineup. I mean, it's all a matter of how they utilize it and if it's worth being utilized. But definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. That's basically going to be it for me today, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. Hit that like and subscribe button. Peace out.